Pork Belly Swirls. It's not cinnamon rolls. Looks like it though. Let's give this a shot. Let's go make this. What's up guys, we are back and we have some pork belly today. We do a lot of things with pork belly, like make bacon, burnt ends, you name it. Today is gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna be doing some bacon. Not bacon, but baking. With this, we're gonna actually cut this in slices about the size of your pinky, and we are going to swirl it into this muffin tin right here. And we're gonna be throwing it on the big green egg for 3 hours, pulling it off, brushing it with our bacon bourbon barbecue sauce, and then throwing it back on for another hour covered. It's just gonna be like little muffins, except pork belly in heaven. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by slicing this. Again, we're gonna go about the size of a pinky per slice. This is still pretty cold, which is very helpful whenever it comes to actually cutting, so you're not dealing with all the fat wanting to melt and go everywhere. You can see right around the size of my pinky, maybe just a tad bit smaller. That'll do well. My favorite reasoning on why I like to slice or pre-cube if I'm doing anything with the pork belly is I get maximum coverage with seasoning. That's one of the problems. Like if you do a whole entire pork belly, smoke it, and then cube it afterwards, yeah, you get sauce everywhere, but you don't get the seasonings all over it. You also don't get the bark all over there. So it's a big thing for me is I want that good bark and seasoning on every bite and every corner. Another thing on this pork belly too, whenever you're looking for it, make sure that you get good flat one. It's got some good meat on it. This isn't my preferred piece, but unfortunately this is basically the best one that my grocery store had. Damn you, H-E-B. And honestly, the best place to get, in my opinion, pork belly and anything like that is go to your local meat market. Ours unfortunately was not open whenever we went to get this. Another thing you can do too is if your meat market offers it, you can get this and already have it cured for bacon and just not sliced. That way you get the bacon flavor. And if some of these slices are a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, no big deal. There's plenty of fat inside of this pork belly. You're not gonna mess it up. It's like just long enough to where it curves down on the cutting board and doesn't cut all the way through, and it's really annoying. All sliced up right here. Gonna set our knife down, and then we are going to be seasoning today with infidel pork rub. And we wanna liberally season this very, very, very good. We wanna make sure we do both sides of every single piece. I'll flip her on over. And then once we have it done, we're gonna roll it up. Place it just like that. See, and that is right on the edge, a little bit too thick because it's barely fitting, but I'm not going to complain about too much pork belly. Now, I like to season everything on one side of the cutting board, so that way whenever I'm flipping it, turning it, we're using all this excess seasoning, but we're also getting the top, bottom, the sides, everything like that. Get it nice and tight. Set it inside there, and whenever you are running low on your infidel, like I am right there, you just get a 3-pound bag and refill it. That's simple. We'll see you whenever all this is finished and ready to go on the smoker. All right, so we just got done seasoning them all up with infidel pork rub. I got 6 extra ones, but we're gonna go ahead and take this muffin pan out to the smoker and throw it on. We're gonna be doing it on a big green egg. We're gonna be about 225 degrees. If you're on a pellet smoker, feel free to go to 250, 275. You get a little bit more airflow with those than you do on an egg. So I like to go a little bit slower on an egg. So we'll see you out there. It's been 3 hours. We got our pork belly swirls looking amazing. I got some bunker bacon bourbon barbecue sauce. I'm just gonna kind of go on top like that right there. And make sure that these are coated nice and well. And you can brush it on if needed. I think I'm honestly just gonna pour it. This is working way better than I thought it was. Once I get all of these done, I'm gonna cover this with foil. Let it roll for about another hour or so. Check the tenderness of them. We want it to where they're good and falling apart. Alright guys, keep in mind, if you're using your mom's muffin tray, make sure to grease it first. Put some avocado oil on it so you don't ruin it for mom. I know some of y'all are still living at home. Like I said, we'll get these covered. We'll get this closed. We're gonna let it roll for about another hour or so. Might need an hour and 30. Also, you can thank our cleaner down here, Delta. I spilled a little bit of grease earlier, and she's enjoying that, so we'll see you once it's done. All right, it has been an hour since we put the foil on top. Let's check these guys out. Tell you what, the backyard smells amazing. Look at that color. This is like perfection. So, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. We're gonna let them rest, and then we'll see once they're cooled off a little bit and we can eat it.